The views and comments expressed on the following radio program by its hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect the views of rmconair.com or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
For you, I'm my lighter in the air for you. I see what you're doing, yeah, I see what you go through. Put my lighter in the air, the truth is you're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now put your lighter in the air for us.
Good evening, Just Sports with Sonny Wells. To my left, Smitty. And to his left,
Pierre Daniel.
Mr. P.D.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go right into it. Football. First, baseball. Who won tonight?
The Royals won tonight.
Okay, yeah. You just found that out because we didn't know.
They're up 2-1 over San Francisco right now.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, considering where they started, and certainly, you know, most people, they had a play-in game to win.
Yeah.
Then they won 8 straight.
Yes.
You know, they went to a stumbling block when they all, you know, won at home. But then
and they lost it in a big-time way, too.
Actually, they did, but they rebounded from that game, too. And then, of course, you know, tonight, you know, they're on the road and won. That's very, very impressive. Although it's still not over with yet. I mean, San Francisco still has the experience. They've been there, you know, several times over the last 4 or 5 years. So it's still a pretty good one. Yeah,
I think that first game that they lost, San Francisco lost, they used several of their pitchers.
They did.
So and that's what they're known for. They have this great pitching staff. So it's going to be an interesting series.
Definitely, absolutely right.
I think the last game I saw, the cat was throwing like 101, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, man, I can't even see that. that's why they're pros, and I'm not. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Let's see Ray Rice's appeal.
Yeah. I saw on the news there where they're going to pull Roger Goodell in.
Right.
So you know, if you remember on the show too, we said somebody's lying.
Somebody's lying.
Yeah. Right. So maybe it'll come to a head now. You know?
You're absolutely right, Smitty. On top of that, you know, they're pulling him in. He's going to be under oath. So he's going to have to tell the truth. You know,
he should.
Well, he should.
Yeah.
Right. He should. That's right. He's under oath, so he probably will. At least we hope he will. But
so this will determine his appeal, basically, because if they catch him lying and find out that he knew all about what went on, and then, you know, changed it later on,
right,
that gives more credence to his appeal, correct?
Yes, yeah.
Definitely.
Now, what's going to make it interesting is, say he wins his appeal, the coach of the Ravens said he's never going to play for them again. So he will be an eligible running back, but he's got to find a team to play for. So there's going to be a lot of pressure there. And I was watching one of these advocate women speak, and she says no way he's going to play this season. So he still's going to have a tough road to climb if he happens to win his appeal. Right. But I'm pulling for him, man.
Yeah, it sounds like if he wins his appeal, he gets blacklisted.
Yeah.
I mean, in all the major sports, I've seen it happen to players, and so we know it's not right. But it's like a collusion where they decide that certain players are not going to play anymore. I mean, like, for example, I use a quick example by, let's say, in baseball with Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
Even after that, he was willing to take less money to come back and play because he was healthy enough to play at least, you know, most of one season after the ordeal with the performance enhancing drugs. And you see when the team out there would even entertain him coming.
Yeah.
You know, we know he's
a superstar.
Exactly. Right? He's the all-time home run king. So, you know, I mean, that's one of many examples of what they will do to certain players. And Ray Rice might be one man. We know teams desperately need running backs.
Yeah. That expression, player hating, it comes into play right there, you know.
Most definitely.
People are jealous, you know, they're making this huge amount of money. That's what it amounts to also.
Pretty much so.
And he's also paid his, I mean, you know, he's definitely paid his dues. And then now it's time to go ahead and let the man move forward,
That's true.
In his career.
Okay, moving right along. Let's jump right into the Lakers, man. Okay, we got Nash out.
Yay!
Rest of the season, I guess Rodney Price gets the call now, huh?
Well, Jeremy Lin will probably start Rodney Price.
Right, Bryson Hahn.
Be off the bench, along with the rookie also.
Right. That's right. I don't know, fellas. I mean, not to talk about with the Lakers. I mean, we get started with. Let's just start with Nash. I mean, ever since he came to the Lakers, it seemed like it's been one bad situation after another. I mean, they signed him to that nice contract, and I don't know how many games he's played for the team, but it couldn't have been any more than 60, 65 games his entire.
Yeah, I think that's what I saw, 65.
And now, when he pulled himself out of the preseason game, I knew there was something wrong there. It wasn't just, he just needed a little bit more time to rest up or whatever. And then it gets this bombshell today that he's going to be out for the entire season.
Yeah.
His career is probably over with.
It's over. For him, though, he was playing that game so he can get paid.
Well, he said that last year.
He
said, right, he
did.
definitely admitted to that.
Right.
Good point. Very good point.
And I saw that, the Lakers have several options in dealing with him, so that's what they got to work out now, how they're going to end this thing.
Right.
And it's for me, though, as a fan of the Lakers, and I think I talked about it last week, why in the world would they have a 40-year-old point guard in this day and age? So I'm glad to see him go. And I mean, no disrespect to Steve Nash because he was a great player during this time period, but then it comes a point where you got to go.
Right. Yeah, because he definitely could not guard anybody.
Yeah.
Add on to that, Sonny, I remember watching him, I think it was against Golden State earlier, in the early preseason. And he was trying to guard Curry, and Curry hit a 4-point play on him.
Yeah.
And when that happened, and just the way he just looked lost out there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what, we need to just take him out of his misery, and not give him significant minutes. But I didn't think a bombshell like this would hit. But like you said, Smitty, he probably knew he was definitely doing it to extend it to get into the season so he would get paid.
Yeah.
For his last year of his
That was
contract.
important to him because, like you say, he said it last year.
He sure did.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't fault the guy for wanting to get paid, especially with all the years of experience that he has in the league.
Was it $10 million or 9.5?
9.5, yeah. Right, close to 10.
Yeah, but, I watched him, and he just looked so stiff.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, man, okay, maybe he can get a few games under his belt, and a lot of that will go away, but I think he got stiffer.
On the other hand, Kobe Bryant.
Yes, sir.
You want to get rid of Kobe, but he's starting to look like the old Kobe to me.
What'd you say, Pierre? What'd you say? Fire the coach. Trade Kobe Bryant.
Right. Actually, I want to add on to that, fellas.
Well, wait a minute. My question is this, though. Did you watch him play the last
Yes,
couple
I
games?
did.
He sat on the bench the last game, but
right.
Games
and he's not
before.
playing tonight, and he's not playing tonight.
Yeah.
Now, there was a game, let me see. He went, did he go like 10 for 27 or something like that?
Something like that.
And now I think he started out something like 1 for 7.
Yeah.
He heated up, then
Yes.
from there he started to cool off again. But when you look at his overall stats,
Yeah.
I mean, he's the one who actually got him in the hole in the first place.
Yeah. But the thing is, that one game, though, the first game where they were behind like 20 points and they came was that against Utah?
Right, against Utah. Right.
It was a point that Sonny said that Kobe shouldn't be playing point guard at his age. But do you know he was a playmaker and he got them back in the game along with Price, the energy that he provided.
Right.
So,
however, I will say to qualify that they were playing against Utah's third
That's
string.
true. That's true. Preseason card.
In preseason on top of that. And on top of that, even if the Lakers, win or lose, I would rather not have him out there exerting himself like he was doing because, he could definitely he's more susceptible to injury that way.
Yeah, that's true.
And the next thing you know, here he is. Now, if you don't have Kobe Bryant out there, as Jeannie Buss said, who else are Laker fans coming to see?
Yeah.
Woo! What do you think about Jeannie Buss's comments? She made the airwaves a couple of days ago.
I think she wanted to make it clear who's running things too. Did you hear?
She sure did.
She said, "I'm giving my brother 3 years, he and Mitch, to get it together." And they tried to say, well, is that counting back? She said, no, it's starting now. So they have 3 years to get it together. And she made it clear that she wasn't really happy about the way Phil Jackson was handled.
Right.
And it sounds like she really wasn't with bringing Steve Nash aboard. But she said, I'm going to go with Mitch and my brother.
Right.
Yeah.
Each time that there was a decision made back in the day, Jeannie Buss was always there with her father.
Yes.
Right.
and she understood and understands what needs to go on. So, of course, we got to take a look at what's actually going on. They look a little better, but I'm just still taken aback by Byron having to tell these professionals that they cannot shoot three-pointers. Now, I ultimately know what that means.
Yeah, you were talking to me about that. What does it mean?
You have a bunch of guys who are supposed to be professionals.
Yeah.
Professionals are supposed to know the basic fundamentals of the game.
Yes.
Right.
If you tell them not to shoot three-pointers, that means you have to regress and go all the way back to fundamentals, which is, I mean, you have to do what you have to do.
Yeah.
Once again, kudos to Byron Scott. He's got the experience and he's doing what he needs to do. I didn't really like it because I ultimately knew what it meant, and I was like, man, why was he going back? You know, he's the one that used to shoot those threes.
Yeah.
But if he has to take that team back, those players are boo-boo.
Yeah.
They're boo-boo. And I made a statement, I think it was last week or the week before, if I'm a professional and I get on a bench, I'm doing everything I can to help the team, especially with so many people that are out of your key players. That's my chance.
Absolutely. You know, there's definitely, I don't even know where to get started on the Lakers. I just think that, number one, that the Lakers are dysfunctional since Dr. Buss has passed. You know, you look at the fact that there's infighting in the family between Jeannie and Jim. There's definitely not continuity there. The likeness of minds, they definitely don't have the same game plan, it seems. To tell you the truth, what I would do personally, I would fire Mitch Kupchak because he's like, hold on. I'll fire Mitch Kupchak because of the players that he's putting on that squad. I would definitely fire Byron Scott. He's definitely not the right man for the job. So he's going. Hold on, I'm not finished yet, fellas. I would trade Kobe Bryant to Philadelphia. I would trade him to Philadelphia for a bunch of draft picks. Or trade him to New York because he wants to play. He said he wants to. He likes the bright lights of New York City and playing in Madison Square Garden. And, Phil Jackson's there, Derek Fisher's there. You know, I mean, again, the Lakers need to start rebuilding now. You're not going to go anywhere with a 36-year-old black mamba who can barely shoot.
Oh, boy. Now
36-year-old black mama
who can barely shoot.
Now, Jeannie came to his defense. She said he's worth every penny that she's paying.
Marketing-wise, he probably is.
Okay, just marketing-wise?
On the court, he makes
talked
so many
about
mistakes.
him working with the rookies. She just said there's so many areas where he's valuable that people don't recognize that.
What about the article? What about the article that forgot his name, but it's a firestorm of controversy out there about how valuable Kobe Bryant is, man.
Jeannie said she found out who leaked the word in her organization. They're fired.
Right, but those words are coming from several people in and out of the organization.
Yeah,
I mean, if you look at, do you think the Lakers are going to make the playoffs this year?
Well, Jeannie said they are.
Oh, okay. Well, besides Jeannie Buss, I think she has a. I think she's got a vested interest.
That's true.
I'm sure, but you know what we're going to do?
Yes, sir.
We're going to take a break and come right back and finish this conversation.
Absolutely.
Are you tired of those same old energy drinks with bad taste? Make a switch to Pitbull Energy Drink with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Pitbull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pitbull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Make a switch to Pitbull Energy Drink. Pitbull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pitbull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products. For more information on Pitbull energy drinks, bars, and mixes, visit their website at hiphopbev.com. That's hiphopbev.com. Online orders available at hiphopbev.com.
What's your style? Curly? Straight? Wavy? Or maybe you like it natural? Introducing Secret Styling Hair Care Products by Smith Products Company, LLC. A complete line of hair moisturizers, shampoos, conditioners, and an assortment of other hairstyling aids formulated for today's fashion-conscious consumer. Enhance your style. Get the secret.
Just Sports with Sonny Wells. We're back from the break. Before we went in, we were talking about the Lakers and Jenny Buss and all this. So, Pierre, you man, boy,
yes, sir.
He's fired everybody.
He's fired everybody.
I would just start the rebuilding process as soon as possible, because you have teams like the Milwaukee Bucks who haven't won a championship since 1971. Yeah. You have the great New York Knicks squad. They haven't won a championship since 1973. That's 40 years.
Yeah.
You look at over 40 years. You look at the fact that let's look at the Golden State Warriors since 1975. Right. You look at the Washington Wizards, the Washington Bulls, Washington Wizards haven't won since 1978. That's a long time. Do you think Laker fans who spend the highest price ticket price in the game are going to stand for that?
Well, wait a minute now. Let's think about the lineup that the Lakers have now.
Right.
And the rookies that they brought in. Randall is looking pretty good now.
I'll give you Randall.
Byron, he disciplined and he set him down the game, and he said that he's slowing his game down now. Okay. I guess that's very important. Make the game come easier.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So he acknowledged that, and he had like 21 points. He had preseason.
Right. Without Kobe Bryant
playing. And now our rookie point guard, Clarkson, he's healthy now.
Okay.
He did a real nice move the other day, so he's looking good.
Okay.
Swaggy P, he's still young. So he's going to take Kobe's place in terms of the points. You saw what he did last year with the crowd.
Right, but he's not even going to play until...
He's not a Kobe, but so I say the Lakers got potential. They just need to bring in a couple of veterans, and by losing Steve Nash now, they're going to save some money, I understand.
Right. But what about players like Carlos Boozer? What about him?
Well, I watched Kobe and Carlos Boozer. They got a thing going on, that inside game.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Lakers are going to make the playoff. I'm standing behind them.
Oh, sounds good.
Yeah.
So once again, my take on all of this is that I don't understand some of the players of today. You get to a certain point in your career, you work hard to get there, and then once you get there, you actually find out, and this is throughout the league too, that you don't have the basic fundamentals of the game of basketball, and then you have to have a person like Byron Scott come in and be able to regress, like I said before, and take you all the way back down to the basics. Now, it's good that he knows how to do that.
Yeah.
Because as quickly as he takes them back, he can bring them forward as well. So that's the confidence that I have in Byron Scott as a coach. Now,
excuse me. I didn't mean to cut you off, sorry, but first of all, you're absolutely right. I just wanted to interject this right quick. A lot of times you see players that are leaving after 1 or 2 years of college, while there, where they weren't even going to college, like Kobe Bryant, who's definitely devoid of a lot of fundamentals that takes a lot of time over the years to actually develop that and learn that.
5-time champion.
Right, but that's despite him, as opposed to, he rode on the coattails of a lot of players that are definitely
finish it.
Okay, yes, sir. But at any rate, back to what you were saying, Sonny, a lot of those players only 1 year of college, maybe 2 years of college. Didn't have teachers like Dean Smith to keep them around for 3 years, or Coach K from Duke. A lot of those players definitely need to learn the fundamentals, and it's a shame that they're in the league, on the pro level. And it seems like they're devoid of a lot of that. You're right.
Yeah, firing the Mitch Kupchak, kind of with you on that because, Zeke from Cabin Creek, Jerry West.
Right.
Always was able to go out, and that's what made the Lakers great, really.
That's true.
He was always able to go out, find some diamond in the rough that could come and fit into the Lakers organization, not only with their talent, but with the personality as well.
Yeah.
And that's what made them great for so many years. And Mitch, he don't have that.
They're devoid of that leadership, like I said.
Well, he spoke about about the bargaining. What do they refer to that as? The bargaining agreement.
Collective bargaining agreement.
Yeah, it handicaps their ability to get those great players like they used to back in the day.
No, those players were not great. Those players were people who fit into the
I'm
organization.
thinking about Kareem. Was he great?
Well,
Thompson. Michael Thompson wasn't great.
Right, he mean like
Michael Cooper, Michael Thompson,
Bob McAdoo,
Derek Fisher.
Yeah,
there were a lot of people who weren't great who fit into the organization.
The system, yeah.
The system, organization, whatever.
Like Eddie Jones.
They always had a superstar.
Eddie Jones was another one.
Yeah, but they didn't really win anything, the championships with Eddie Jones. He choked during championship time period.
Oh, okay.
But I'm talking about the championship teams.
Right.
You had Kareem, you had Shaq. They always seem to get those great players. You had Wilt one year.
Right, but like Sonny's saying is that they had other players, complementary players.
Exactly. The role players.
The
ones that help to make it all work.
Right.
Now, Mitch doesn't seem to be able to pick those type of people.
Okay.
Yeah, see.
Now, I know it's tough now because the kids don't have the fundamentals they're supposed to have. Like you were saying, Pierre, they 1 or 2 years in college, they jump out, and basically – that athleticism was just carrying them through college because they really didn't know the game. Now, when it comes to Kobe, Kobe knows the game. That's why he can play just about every position.
But look how long it took for him to actually.
There was how long it takes. He knows the game right now.
Ooh, yeah, but look how many bad shots he takes. Look at leadership on the court. He still holds the ball too much. He doesn't whip the ball around like he needs to. A lot of players don't want to play with him. He like I say, he definitely hurts the team just as much as he helps the team. If you look at it across the board,
he does do that. Now you know who really helps the team, their team now.
Who's that?
LeBron over the Cleveland Cavaliers. Man, I watched the clip on them. They are running. They're passing to the ball who's ever open. Well,
they got controversy going over there now with Love saying he needs to get the ball more, and the sports writers making a big deal out of it.
Yeah, well, you can't trust them. You can't trust them sports writers.
And it's definitely early for them. You know.
Yeah, and the clip that I saw, man, it's like, how are you going to beat these guys? They keep beating you down court, and they're laying it up or dunking it, and they're giving it to whoever's open.
Yeah, they beat Chicago the other day.
Yeah, that's what needs to happen with the Lakers. They started that Showtime. They started that running style of play. I guess you guys.
Well, did you see the game? That's what I'm saying. Ronnie Price and Wesley Johnson now running the wing.
Right.
Got several dunks in, and then Jeremy Lin was throwing the lob to Davis.
Right.
Inside game.
He did.
So the Lakers are going to surprise you all. You watch.
Well, see, and that's why I say that. I know it might sound like it's a little bit, out there, but if the Lakers will start the rebuilding process now, they could get a lot of draft picks for someone like a Kobe Bryant, clear up a ton of cap space. From there, they could start to, start in the draft, and they can also couple those draft picks together and get top-notch free agents that will come through here once Kobe Bryant is gone. And as a 36-year-old
we got
Kobe
2 more
Bryant,
years of Kobe at least.
You're probably right, but we'll see how Laker fans feel about that.
So do we look for limited time with Kobe now? Do we limit his time so that atmosphere is not there where I don't want to play with Kobe? Does that have to happen because he was already on the bench when they won?
Well,
correct?
The players on the team, at least before the public, say they love playing with Kobe. Because he's teaching them the fundamentals.
What about the players that leave once they played here?
Okay,
what do they have to
we
say
ain't worried about them. They gone.
What Jeannie Buss say?
Yeah, that's right. That's what I was going to say. What did she say? Tell me what she said.
She said they were losers.
That's right.
She said that. I'm like, what?
So if you can't play with Kobe, then you can't play with Kobe, then you're a loser.
Right. If I find out who said something in this organization, I'm going to fire him on the spot. I'm like, what? I'm like, I thought she was classier than that. I didn't think she would come out and say something like that.
Yeah.
But
remember, she's got a lot of her father in her.
No doubt.
And, during the time that I was cutting Magic's hair, I went to all those parties and all the wild stuff,
Yeah.
And she was there too, periodically.
Right.
But his son, he kind of mixes that stuff up.
Yeah.
So the decision-making process is not
That's
as
what I'm
clear
saying. Right.
as it should be, and that's why Jeannie makes those statements like that.
Well, why don't they go through Jeannie then as opposed to going through Jim? I mean, unless the father wanted that before he passed and said, hey, we want Jim to run it. But Jeannie wasn't satisfied with the field situation. She definitely wasn't satisfied with a lot of the players that they brought through. A lot of the decision-making, I heard she has final say-so, but she's deferring it to Jim. And like Smitty said, giving him a 3-year plan.
Yeah.
I never heard that for the Lakers, a 3-year plan.
Lifestyle. She's allowing him to do what he needs to do to be able to be successful. Now, if he can't do that,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm taking over.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's in 3 years with the highest price tickets in the game.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is part of what you were talking about, Pierre, the rebuilding process.
Yeah.
Right.
She'll give him 3, but then she can step in because she really knows what he's doing, and
Right.
it's not in good interest of the team.
Okay.
So you know what?
What about your Clippers?
I don't know nothing about the Clippers. You know?
What about your Clippers?
Hold on, let's you know what? Let's go to break and come back. We'll talk about the
Okay.
Clippers.
Yeah, right.
Just sports. Here we go.
Are you a diabetic? Need some energy? Need to quench your thirst? Try Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, the only energy drink named suitable for diabetics by the American Diabetic Association. And it's now available with no calories, no carbs, no sugar, and no fat, and a smooth, natural blend of energy, vitamins, and minerals. Need to quench your thirst? Try Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, the only energy drink named suitable for diabetics by the American Diabetic Association. And it's now available with no calories, no carbs, no sugar, and no fat, and a smooth, natural blend of energy, vitamins, and minerals. Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink is the healthiest, best-tasting energy drink around. For more information and online ordering with free shipping, please visit hiphopbev.com. Remember, Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, suitable for diabetics, great for everyone.
What's your style? Curly? Straight? Wavy? Or maybe you like it natural? Introducing Secret Styling Hair Care Products by Smith Products Company, LLC. A complete line of hair moisturizers, shampoos, conditioners, and an assortment of other hair styling aids formulated for today's fashion-conscious consumer. Enhance your style. Get the secret.
We're back. Just Sports, Sonny Wells. Before we left, we were going to talk about the Clippers. I said, I ain't know nothing about the Clippers. But I know who does. Smitty. Pierre. Come on, Pierre.
Oh, well, yeah, I just think that the Clippers, the bar is set a lot higher this year. Greater expectations from the team. They've had a nice run in the playoffs, but now they're going to really have to go deeper into the playoffs this year. They have the team. They have a new owner. They have the head coach. They have everything they need. Now it's time for Chris Paul and Blake Griffin to step up to the plate and really go ahead and win it, at least get to the championship.
Blake Griffin, something happened. What was it, Smitty?
Yeah, we got a snack. Something went down in Vegas, I understand. They got, allegedly assault charge?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And that was a distraction that Doc Rivers was afraid
In a nightclub or something?
In a nightclub, right.
Yeah.
If the players show up in nightclubs, you never know what's going to happen. And that's the last thing you wanted was for something like that to happen to a star player.
That's right. Mm-hmm. So...
Okay, we got football. Peyton Manning versus the Chargers.
That was one heck of a game that Peyton Manning displayed yesterday evening.
He did.
Yeah. What he threw? 4 touchdowns or something?
Yeah, at least four. He looked great. I mean, I just still think that with all those neck operations, I just think the times are ticking on him. But he probably looked the best I've seen him look.
Yeah,
in years.
And so he's 7,
38?
Yeah, 38. So again, keep Kobe in mind when we talk about that. We left basketball, but don't put an old man down. Now he's playing at the number 1 position too in the league.
Right. He is.
Yeah, he's just one heck of a quarterback, though. I mean, he's smart. He's a genius.
Right. Yeah, no doubt about it. He comes with good pedigree too. Of course.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
So that line is holding for him, huh?
Yeah.
But I know he can't move.
Well, he doesn't have to move. All he has to do is just wait, sit back, and then throw the ball. And he throws the ball just on target.
And on top of that, they have a nice little running attack now. And they have the defense is showing up.
Yeah,
so the
Well, they're ready for what they thought Seattle might be.
Right, exactly.
We don't know about Seattle right now. You see some more information came out about Russell Wilson saying he's not black enough. Did you hear that?
Right.
I thought that was crazy.
You believe that?
Isn't that just crazy?
Yeah.
Jealousy again, though, because he's in with management, they say.
You're right.
He's saying the right things, face of the team.
You're absolutely right. But it's leading to dissension in the locker room, which manifests itself out on the playing field.
Yeah.
And you see they're not as strong as they were last year.
Yeah, they lost to the Rams last week. Yeah, which is Rams is my team. I told you all that from way back.
Oh, you like that. Back to Rams. But how about them Cowboys?
DeMarco Murray, over 900 yards within 7 games.
Exactly. That's great so far But it's only half the season.
That's what they're saying. He's not going to hold up. But I say working.
Yeah. I would rather do that than to cut back his carries.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Time is just moving. That's it, fellas, for this week.
It's been a beautiful
We'll be back
evening.
next week. Shout out to Crystal Davis Wells, Johnny Morris, Roscoe Media Center, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Hello to moms, Corrine Wells. How you doing? Kaya Wells and Duck. We'll see you next week. Just Sports with Sonny Wells.
For you, I put my lighter in the air for you. I see what you're doing, yeah, I see what you go through. Put my lighter in the air, the truth is you.